All right. Good morning, everyone. So nice to see you. Well, to see you all. And we are preparing for a Yin Yoga and meditation session here in your home, and I'm in my current home. And I can recommend you to grab your mat, to grab a meditation cushion, and to grab like a bolster, as you can see over there, or it can also be maybe two cushions behind each other, so you can grab some extra pillows and stuff. And a blanket might be really nice as well. And we'll wait for, let's say, another minute or 2 minutes, and then we can start. So prepare yourself, find yourself a comfortable position, and then we'll start soon. So in the time that you are waiting for the practice to start, you can already, find yourself a comfortable seated position, and maybe you already start to close your eyes and allow yourself to sink into your body. And we'll wait for a few more, let's say 20 seconds, and then we'll start the practice so that more people can join in. All right, let's start the practice right now. So again, find yourself a position in which you can sit in an easy way. And something I really always emphasize on when I share a practice, whether it's in real life or a live stream, I really ask you to take good care of your body. So whenever I share a pose, I give a pose or I give some tools to go into a pose, and it doesn't feel okay for you, you feel a pressure in a joint or you feel stinging or burning sensation somewhere, please take care of your body and go a little less deep into the pose or find yourself a different position. And really be very kind and sweet to your body, especially when it feels a bit achy or you feel like, oof, I feel some tightness here and there, or you find some challenging sensations in the body, especially then take good care of it. And we're going to really honor and love and be very tender and sweet to our body this morning. Because the more tender and sweet we are with our own attention towards ourselves, the easier the body can repair, the easier the body is in self-healing mode. And apart from that, our mental state is also improving. The moment we really, talk to ourselves, if we talk at all to ourselves in a supportive way, if we say, hey, I'm so proud of myself, I'm going to start this day with acceptance and with enthusiasm. Everything is vibration, everything is energy. So the moment we talk to ourselves in a very kind way, or we use words, or we use things that really help us to surround ourselves with the things we love and surround ourselves with the thoughts that are supportive, then as everything is energy, everything will shift to that vibration of love and of freedom and of a deep sense of peace. And this all goes step by step. And this is all something we have to remind ourselves of every day again. It's like a little bit like a game. Like, okay, how can I love myself even more today? And from that point on, how can I share that love even more with the world today without expecting them to give anything back? because it comes from the source within. And that's the beautiful thing, right? So we're going to start with ourselves in this session of an hour, starting with ourselves. So we start with a meditation. You don't have to believe in anything to meditate. Meditation means nothing else than being aware of whatever there is. You cannot be a professional meditator. If you ask me, I start again every day from scratch. I'm like, okay, what is there today? And with this childlike mindset, we can never beat ourselves up because we're not good enough in meditating, or we can never say, hey, I should be more professional or get a good career in this. No, meditation is going within, dropping ourselves into the heart, become aware, and just watch, listen, become really quiet, and then maybe apply a little bit of a conscious tool. But the first step is become quiet, listen. If there's lots of thoughts going on, there's lots of thoughts going on. You are aware of that. That is meditation. Okay, so everyone can do this. Whenever you are ready, close your eyes. And the moment you close your eyes, you bring your attention inwards. This means we're going to feel our body, going to feel our breath. The moment we close our eyes, we are checking in with ourselves. How do I feel right now? What do I notice? Can relax your jaw a little. Create some space in between the upper and the lower teeth. Allow your face to melt. Your eyes, they're gently closed, and if they happen to move, allow them to move. Feeling your chest, the expansion of the ribs to all sides as you breathe in, and relaxation as you breathe out. Don't force this. Just observe if you feel some movement there. Just becoming aware of the sensations in the chest. A bit more down, going to the belly, feeling how the belly expands and relaxes. As you in and exhale. Now notice how the sitting bones are pressing into your cushion, or maybe you're sitting in a chair. Feel how gravity is actually pulling the body down, and feel how the earth or the floor is carrying you. Feeling the legs and the feet. And now we're feeling the whole body at the same time. Become aware of your entire body. Now let's place one hand on the chest and the other one on top of it, hands on the heart, the center of your chest. Whenever you're ready, taking a deep breath in through the nose and exhaling out through the mouth. Again, taking a deep breath in through the nose and exhaling out through the mouth. And already drop yourself deeper into the body. We're taking one more deep breath, inhaling as deep as you can, holding it at the top. And whenever you're ready, you plunge into your heart. Exhale. Stay there. And just sense, feel. Relax your shoulders. Becoming aware of the sensations here where your hands are. Sinking with every exhalation deeper into your heart, to that beautiful heart of yours, through which we are all connected with each other. The mind is saying, we are separate, you are not me, etc. When we drop into the heart says, see, we're all one. And we can feel that here, or discover that again through this place. So stay here with your attention in your heart, and you can relax your hands. And for a few moments, we're simply breathing in and out through our hearts. So if you drift off and you notice, hey, I'm focusing on something else, come back to your heart. If the mind starts to project some thoughts that are not about, well, some thoughts in general, you can tell those thoughts, I don't know, I feel, boom, and you sink back down into your heart. I have no clue, I feel. What if tomorrow this happens? I don't know. I feel this moment. Boom, back to the heart. Are you doing it okay and right? Thank you for participating. I don't know. Boom, sinking back down. We continue like this for one more minute, staying in your heart. And if those thoughts come by, I don't know. I feel. And completely blend with this moment. And then let's place our hands again on our chest or in front of our heart. Take a deep breath in. Exhaling, plunge again deeper into your heart. From your heart, you can say within yourself, or you repeat out loud after me. May I today listen through the silence of my heart. May I today see with the eyes of love. Relax your hands. Notice how this feels. And then when you are ready, you can start to open your eyes again. Gently opening the eyes, still being aware of your body. We're going to continue with a few movements before we go into the Yin practice. So if you're seated on a meditation cushion, you can take it away and place it somewhere close by. We might need it again. We'll put it here. And you can place your hands on your knees. I'm going to draw some circles with the upper body. So again, for this, you can close your eyes or watch first and then close your eyes. And we're going to draw circles with the upper body. And we're basically circling around the sitting bones. So you draw circles and even your head can join the party. So if you're tilting back, you're moving back, your head goes back. If you move forward, your head moves forward. And if you go to the side, your head goes to the side. So this is quite easy, but really it's about feeling. So you become like a little piece of seaweed. I can see it like this. You become like a piece of seaweed in the ocean, and the waves are playing with you. So enjoy this. Closing your eyes, it's not about perfection. This is about just playing and feeling your body moving like seaweed, moving with the waves and the current in the ocean. Even your breath can join. The moment you breathe in, you come up. That's when there's more space in the lungs. And when you breathe out, that's when the forward movement is happening. So if you feel like you're still a little bit of a serious piece of seaweed, put a smile upon your face, don't take it too seriously, and enjoy this dance with the ocean. Moving the other way around, circling the other way around. Noticing the movement, sensations in your body. And then slowly these circles become a little bit smaller. Until they become smaller, smaller. And now you're balancing on the sitting bones again. And now you're completely still. On your next inhalation, rolling the shoulders forward and up to your ears, exhaling backwards and down. Let's do that again. Inhaling forward and up, exhaling backwards and down. 2 more times. Inhaling, exhaling. 1 more time. Inhaling, breathing in this new day, exhaling, back. Inhale, circle your arms sideways and up. Have the palms of the hands touching above your head. Now I'll put them a bit lower so you can see them. Interlace your fingers and push the palms of the hands away, just stretching the arms above your head. Keeping the shoulders low, maybe look up to the hands. Take a deep breath and push the hands further. And exhale, let the shoulders sink down. Again, inhaling, reaching out. And exhaling. Now releasing both arms down. And it's time to come and lay on our back. We're preparing our body for a few opening poses for the hips. So we start in a very gentle way. And if like a deeper hip opener for you is not appropriate, it's too intense, then go back to the previous one. We're building up so you can always know what the variation is. So if the one we do, it's too deep, you go back to the previous one and just enjoy that a little longer. In this way, we keep it very simple, and you can always find your own solutions for the challenge you might encounter. Okay, so come to lay on your back, and we're going to start with pulling our right knee to our chest. The right knee's to the chest, you're straightening your left leg out forward. I'm just not putting my foot in the candle. You also be aware of that. Don't put your foot in a candle. Pull your right knee closer and close your eyes. Now come back to your breath. Come back into the body. In case you notice that this is intense, you feel like a stinging sensation in your hip, then don't pull as deep. Like this, you just have the knee further away. Or it can also help sometimes to change the direction of the knee. So instead of pulling it all the way to your chest or into the direction of the chest, you can also move it a bit more to the side. That's a different kind of stretch you can feel. Right? And then you can even put your knee, for instance, on a pillow. Feeling every inhalation, every exhalation as the expansion and the relaxation of your belly. Just diving deep into ourselves, into our body, feeling the moment, feeling the breath. No labels, no conclusions to our feelings. I feel, or I notice sensations. That's it. And then you can truly feel, because there's no mental label or conclusion or 5-step plan attached to the feeling. Just sense. Quietly sense. Bending your left knee, place the left foot on the ground, and then place the right ankle on top of your left upper thigh. Either keep your legs like this, resting your hands on your belly, or you lift your legs up. That right hand goes through the whole of both of your legs, goes to the back of the left upper thigh. Your left hand goes to the back of the left upper thigh as well. You interlace the fingers and you let the left foot sink down and close your eyes. If you like to go deeper, just placing or holding on to the front of the left shin. And soften everything. Melt. If in this pose you feel that the back of the head is like almost on the ground, but it's too intense on your neck, place a cushion underneath your head or a blanket. And we feel every breath as the first one. The first one of your entire life is every new breath. Like, wow, I'm breathing in this new moment. I don't know, I feel. Now slowly we can let go of that left shin or upper thigh. Place both of your feet down on the ground. Straighten out your legs and just relax for a moment here. With your legs straight, closing your eyes and noticing the sensations in your legs. Now we move to the other side. So lift your left knee up and pulling that left knee closer to your chest. Again, if it's too much, either move the left knee more to the left side, holding it with one hand, for instance, or just pull it a little less close, or just place your foot on the ground, closing your eyes, and again, feeling this moment, noticing every in and out breath. And with every exhalation, it's like something is melting in the body. If it is, the legs, or it is your jaw, or the eyes are melting deeper into the sockets. Every exhale is melting, is a melting happening. And we place that right foot down on the ground, bending the right knee. So the right foot is close to your right buttock. Place the left ankle on top of your right upper thigh. And then we lift both legs up. Left hand goes through the hole of both of our legs and meets the back of the right thigh. And then the right hand meets the other hand. Interlacing the fingers. Either stay here, or if you don't feel much of a stretch in the left upper thigh, that's where you'd like to feel it, then you can interlace your fingers around the right shin. And really feeling how your left leg is hanging into this stretch. So the tendency sometimes when we feel a challenging stretch in our body is to pull the body or the limb or the part of that body away from the sensation. It's like a flight reaction. It's like, oh no, this is intense. Let me go away. But what happens if you allow this hip, the left hip, to sink slowly into the stretch? And you breathe through the stretch you feel. And sometimes I even speak to that body part within myself and I say, it's okay. It's okay. You can slowly melt. It's okay. You are safe. You can say things like that. and feeling the breath. If there are thoughts about the next moment or the rest of the day, bring your attention back, saying to those thoughts, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I feel this moment. And blend with the moment. Let's take a few more breaths here. Gently releasing, letting go of that right leg, placing both feet on the ground. Allow them to rest for a moment. Maybe your hands on your belly, closing your eyes, feeling that expansion and relaxation of the belly. Noticing sensations in the legs. And now let's bring the knees to the chest, just rocking a little bit from left to right. If you like drawing some circles with the knees, it's also an option. Again, don't take the practice as if it should be a really serious thing. You're just moving, maybe feeling again like you're seaweed in the ocean, just moving with the waves, just not caring about what it looks like. No one is caring about what it looks like. It's about what it feels like. It always is about what it feels like. And then rolling over to the right side and press yourself to sitting. Okay? And now as we are seated, we are placing the soles of the feet together in front of us, allowing the knees to drop sideways, and we slowly allow the upper body to round forward, coming into the pose called butterfly. Now in butterfly, some of us this feels natural and okay, but if you feel that there is pressure in your knees, then you can take a cushion or more cushions or books even and support your knee with a cushion or the books. And I'll move over to the side to show you something else. Sometimes when we come into butterfly, some of us, all the bodies are different, but you can also experience, some of us, that the hips are tilting backwards and they are sort of like this. You see my upper back is rounding in a very unnatural way and I'm hinging forward, and this is actually creating more stress in the body than that it's opening, instead of opening it up. So if you notice like, yeah, actually that is happening to me, I will show it even more. I am hunching like this, Take your blanket and come to sit on the edge of the blanket. Sliding a little bit forward. As you can see, I'm sliding as if it's a slide, sliding forward. And then I can gently let my head go. And then if you feel, yeah, I could go a little bit deeper, then you can maybe place your forearms on top of your feet, or placing a cushion on top of your feet and your forearms on top of the cushion. And in this way, there are all different kinds of ways to be in butterfly. Just make sure that the way that you are in this position is kind and sweet and gentle to your body. You feel the stretch, but there is no stinging, there's no burning happening, and there is no, this just doesn't feel right feeling. And you know what that feels like. So now slowly sinking into the pose. I will go to the basic one, but if you feel that the other variations are nice for you, you can use those. Feel how the melting is happening, how everything is sinking. And it's not weird if you encounter some resistance sometimes, if you feel like, oh, I'm holding on to something, or I'm pushing myself out of the experience. Either with distracting thoughts, we can use thoughts to distract ourselves from feeling, or we can do it by moving literally out of the pose. It's also a way to escape or to move away. But we are now invited, everyone, to move into the experience, to move into the stretch, breathe right through it. And those thoughts, they will notice. If you keep saying, I don't know, they don't have an audience. If you keep on saying to the thoughts, I have no clue, I don't know, I don't know. The thoughts, they will disappear because they don't have an interaction with you. So it's really beautiful. Now sink deeper into the butterfly. Feeling every inhalation, every exhalation, expansion of the chest and belly, a little maybe, and exhaling, everything sinks even deeper. And you sink deeper and deeper into your body, into your heart, just being here, just sitting here. Few more breaths here. And always when you feel it's time for you to come out of the pose and I'm still in, come out. Don't wait for me. Placing your hands on the ground if they weren't, and you can slowly start to roll back up vertebra by vertebra. Your shoulders are melting. Your head is moving upwards. And with your hands, you can now bring your knees together, slide your feet forward, and just placing the hands back, and you're just leaning back a little bit, as if you are hanging out at the beach. We need to use our imagination a little bit sometimes, right? So closing your eyes, just maybe having the head back, or just sitting upright. This is for the legs to come into their natural and neutral position before we continue. Closing your eyes and just feel. Sinking really into the belly with your whole attention. Your whole awareness, everything is just there in the belly. And opening your eyes again, and we're moving into the next position. And the next position will be the sleeping swan. So we come onto the hands and knees. Your hands are underneath the shoulders, your knees are underneath the hips. And we are now sliding the right knee till it meets the back of the right wrist, or a bit more maybe to the edge of the mat, the right edge of the mat. You can gaze backwards and then really moving that left foot back. And then helping your right foot to move a little bit closer. You can see me wiggling that foot a bit forward to the front of your mat. So otherwise we're sitting like this on our heel, and then the stretch is not in the area where we would like it to be. So what we do is we move that the right foot a bit more forward, reach the left foot back, and then we might already feel a stretch happening in the right buttock muscle and right upper thigh. Now some of us really like it to be upright for a moment. If you like that, stay there for a few breaths, then go down. I will explain in the meantime what you can do as adjustments for this pose. So you can place the elbows underneath your shoulders and relax your head. Or if this is too intense, your elbows on top of a cushion, coming up a little bit higher. If there's pressure in your right knee, place this cushion underneath the right buttock muscle for support. Or another thing you can do is placing that cushion a little bit closer and rest your chest on top of the cushion. And then relax your head. So if this pose is too deep, go back to the previous one or even the one before. One more thing, if the pressure of this left knee is too much on the ground, place your blanket underneath the left knee. And now we sink into this stretch. Remember, we're not going away from it. We're not going into the future or past or pushing ourselves out of this stretch. We're going to blend with it, become one or sink into that stretch. And the deeper sometimes we sink into a stretch, we can feel the first reaction of the body of the muscles, and they are in fact directed by your mind. So if you notice, like, the reaction that can happen can be like a pulling away from it. But if you tell those muscles, it's okay, surrender, then notice what happens. So first you might notice a slight relaxation of the muscles, but if you tell them, it's okay to melt, let's do this together, I will never harm you, if it's too deep we're going out, things like that, very kind words, notice how the experience might change. Just feeling the breath, expansion and relaxing. We're staying here for a few more breaths. And slowly placing your hands underneath the shoulders, gently come up. Remove the cushion if you had one, rolling over to your right body, bringing the left leg forward. Come to lay on your back for a moment. Resting your hands on your belly. And just allow the body to unwind after the stretch we just did. It can even be nice to take a very deep breath in and exhaling through the mouth. Let's bring our knees again to our chest. Roll over to our right side. Gently press yourself back up and we're moving into sleeping swan on the other side. I will turn so that I can demonstrate it with my head to the other side, but you don't have to do that. So we're coming onto hands and knees again. Hands and knees. Now we're sliding that left knee closer to the left wrist. You untuck the toes of the right foot. With your left hand, you can bring your left foot a little bit more towards the direction of the front of the mat. You can gaze over your right shoulder and reach that right foot back. And then we again have all those variations, right? So cushion underneath your forearms or your forearms on the ground. Cushion underneath your left buttock to support. Blanket underneath the right knee if it feels good for you. And this pose is about stretching the left hip, the buttock muscle, the upper thigh, and that's what you can feel. Some of us also feel it at the front of the right hip. And if that becomes too intense, you can also place the blanket underneath that right hip or even on top of the left foot, on top of the heel, so that you can it's easier to sink and to lay on top of that foot. Now come back forward, come down, and relax your head. And don't compare your body to the body you now see on the screen. This is the main thing we need to remember, is that all our bodies are different. And if we compare ourselves and say, hey, I cannot do what she is doing, that is taking us away from the experience, and it's not helpful. When I started this pose, I was upright and I was in a lot of, I couldn't go down. And very slowly, my body opened up more over time. And still, the anatomy is different, the muscles are different. So take your eyes off the screen. Take your eyes off the screen, close them, and sink deep within yourself again. Feeling your breath, and go with yourself on an experience, a little inner adventure of sinking into a stretch and feeling the breath. Slowly melting deeper. Remember, if you feel that there is stinging sensations or burning happening, go less deep. Don't force yourself to go through that. Signals like stinging or burning or deep pressure that doesn't feel okay are signals of your body asking you to take it easy. Go a little less deep, go onto your elbows, or even come out of the pose already. Just listen. We stay here for, let's say, 1 more minute. Few more breaths here. Slowly coming up onto the elbows. Remove any prop, anything that is in the way. Moving over to your left buttock. Bringing your right leg forward, and we're coming into Shavasana, into the end relaxation. So you can come down to lay on the back in a relaxing pose, your feet as wide as the mat. Cover yourself with a blanket, your arms are sideways, palms are facing the ceiling. You close your eyes and you just allow the body to sink. Allow yourself to surrender onto the ground. I will play some music for you. If after the music you would like to stay in Shavasana way longer, you can press the space bar on your computer or just press pause and just enjoy your Shavasana as long as you like. I will help everyone to come out of the pose when the video is almost ended. And I will say a few more things, but if you want to stay in Shavasana, stay in Shavasana. Closing your eyes, take a deep breath in and exhaling. En el cielo y en la tierra, con el sol y las estrellas. En el cielo y en la tierra, la lunita y las estrellas. Siento el fuego dentro. Siento el fuego, aquí te encuentro. Siento el fuego dentro. Siento el fuego, aquí te encuentro. Pachamama este fuego, Pachamama, aquí te encuentro. Pachamama este fuego, Pachamama, aquí te encuentro. Vuela, vuela, aguilita, vuela, vuela el condorcito, vuelan libres por nosotros, cuidan, miran todo. Siento el fuego dentro. Siento el fuego, aquí te encuentro. Siento el fuego dentro. Siento el fuego, aquí te encuentro. Pachamama este fuego, Pachamama, aquí te encuentro. Pachamama este fuego, Pachamama, aquí te encuentro. soy las estrellas. Slowly bringing your attention back at your body. Moving your fingers, your toes, circling your hands, circling your feet. And just gently bringing your knees to your chest and rolling over to your right side. Pressing yourself into a seated position with your eyes closed. Placing your hands together in front of your heart. Take a deep breath in. Exhaling, sinking again to your heart. And from your heart, let's start the day. Thank you so much for joining, everyone. I wish you a beautiful day, and I'll see you again the next lesson or another time. Namaste. And if you like, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel to stay up to date on all the classes I'm sharing. And you will also find some more meditation videos there. And I really have to say thank you to my friends Maddie and Jackson for allowing me to be in their beautiful home and to be able to share my classes here. So I'm really, really grateful. And let me know how it felt for you. Have a beautiful day, everyone. Thank you.